Well, let's get this kicked off with that
Crankshaft.
beautiful
Fucking
story.
thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve.
Welcome back to Cruising with Steak. Here we are, another Tuesday night with my boys. With James Cruz, you're here. Jerry's here.
I am here.
There we go. Felix, you're here. And Mr. King Leonidas is here as well.
Hey.
Cool. So yeah, we were just talking about Jerry's liver. No, Jerry, you're here. You're never chopped liver. Unless we're eating delicious chopped liver sandwiches.
God.
Kosher.
So guys, I was watching the Haunting on Hill House all day today. Or most of the day. And dude, I just wanted to talk sleep paralysis with you guys. Like right now where I'm at in the show, I feel like and this is going to be spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it. Well, sort of. I don't really know what's going on.
I'm only
5 episodes in.
Oh, so you did see 5? Or
I'm halfway through 5. I had to stop to come here. Yeah, dude,
Just talk about it. Do the spoiler in Pig Latin.
Oh, okay. No, it's not even a spoiler.
That's gonna
But
Euler spay. Alert
right now, but it seems like right now where I'm at in the show, a lot of the experiences and stuff, they're kind of proving it away with, like trauma based or mental disorders or stuff like that. Like they're not going whole. They don't go whole hog ghost or anything, because dude, there's complete the archetypes that you hear of people with sleep paralysis, like the old hag and the dude who with the bowler derby that you see in the corner. Like those are
the Men in Black.
But what blows my mind, it's like people who don't know about this phenomenon, but they experience it. How is it that everybody's experiencing like the same archetypes in this sleep paralysis state? Like,
because we're all connected to the same collective.
Oh, Jerry, thank you. We're all one.
100th monkey syndrome.
But I want to say the two things you brought up, the sleep paralysis and the bowler guy, both of those you'll see will turn out to be not what you think they are.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, because this is just observations I'm making right now watching it. It's like, wait a minute. I'm like, these are what I hear when people talk about sleep paralysis. Like, this is...
So have you ever experienced it?
I haven't. No, my brother did, though, when we were younger.
I have one time.
I get that all the time.
You get sleep paralysis all the time, for real?
Yeah, I swear.
It was in the upstairs of my grandmother's house a long time ago. I think it was like 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And I could hear footsteps walking towards my bed.
Oh man!
Move, and I was, I was completely terrified. I couldn't move. It felt like I couldn't breathe. There's like this giant weight on my chest, and it was terrifying. That's pretty much the description.
What if this is like what if this is actually something happening? What if it's something happening?
I'm the expert.
Okay, let's hear it, expert. Pro paralysis.
Okay, I've had it a lot of times, and what kind of happens is, like you say, you got like this weight on your chest, and your body's totally immobile. And I've got these techniques where you basically just like try to make my body rock left to right, because I know I'm in it, and I hate it, but I try to rock left and right, and then like you just get so close to that threshold of being able to wake up, and you can't.
Oh man.
And then sometimes I'll get the visuals with it, but more it's just like I'm aware that I'm in it, and it's just very like vague, and I'm trying to break free from it.
Right. Do you ever experience the entities though? Like the archetypes that people say that they see?
I'll see I just like in little shadows, I'll see just figures, but nothing specific. And then a lot of times with my wife laying next to me, like her face will kind of change, and that's super spooky. And
Maybe she's a changeling.
I don't think she is. She always saves me. So I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll have like night terrors, and I haven't had any in a while. But my one line that I always say is, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And I say it again and again. And my wife has to like calm me down. Like, you're okay. You're okay. You're here. You're safe with me. And I haven't had it for a long time.
Well, that happens. Like if you go to your bathroom, you get some candles and you look into the mirror, and you stare into the mirror at yourself, your face actually starts changing. This goes back to the Bloody Mary. Remember when you were kids, did the whole Bloody Mary thing?
I'm Benjamin Button, so I've never been a kid.
I'm on my way.
I'm going back there.
Don't know what that means.
He goes from old man to young.
He's born as an old man.
No, I don't know. That's the best thing ever.
So I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at yourself in the mirror, like with low lighting, your face will start to change.
We were just talking about that last night about like hallucinogens and staring in the mirror.
Not a good idea.
No.
The idea of having two candles next to a mirror, that's the psychomantium.
Oh, yes.
So wasn't Bloody Mary like wasn't she like a witch that was burned at the stake or something like that?
I don't know.
I thought it was Mary, Queen of Scots.
Is that who it was?
Bloody Mary. Let's consult the Book of Knowledge.
So. I think there might be. I think she was called Bloody Mary, but the Bloody Mary of the mirror legend, I think, is like a local thing. God damn it!
No.
For the next show, I have some actual audio of what we thought was a ghost.
Oh, you don't have. Oh man,
when I was
EVPs.
Yeah, something sort of like that. It was real spooky, but we kind of chalked it up to just being someone walking past the house at night. But it really felt like a little more than that, a little more up close and personal and we're in the room that we were in. And I have it. I'll get it.
Nice.
Play it on the next one.
Ghosts.
A little teaser.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, you guys should watch that. You guys should watch that show, The Haunting of Hill House or Hill House.
When you get to the end of this episode, it'll make sense.
Everything will make sense.
Is that on Netflix or?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
Is that in 3D?
No.
No.
In 4K, it is.
I've never been a fan of. I've never been a fan of 3D. Like just at theaters and stuff. I don't like the glasses. I don't like the experience.
You gotta go with IMAX.
Really?
Yeah. No,
IMAX is different.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Like, I watched, for instance, what was the movie? Beowulf. So I watched that in 3D. But if you're too close to the screen, like it's nauseating. And like if you're at a certain distance back, it's pretty cool. But it just depends on how far you are from the screen.
Maybe.
Like if you're too close, it's not.
Man, maybe I just haven't had a good experience. That could be it.
We should each list all the 3D movies we've seen.
Spider-Man 3.
Avatar.
Wait, this is happening?
Avatar. King Kong.
Oh, you saw King Kong in 3D?
Wait, is that King Kong with the Jack Black King Kong?
I think I don't think he was in that. That was like the King Kong where they go to the island, Skull Island or something.
Skull Island.
Yeah, that was Jack Black.
I think it was called Skull Island.
Yeah, it was Jack Black.
He was in that?
Yeah, Jack Black was in that.
Yeah, he was the filmmaker.
Yeah, he just wasn't being goofy.
Remember they got onto the ship and he was trying to make his film?
There's just he's just in so many films that you almost forget he's in it.
Well, yeah, he's like the head of the Illuminati. You know, he's everywhere.
Dude, he's awesome.
It was just so 3D. I just didn't know it was even him.
They have a new album coming out, by the way.
Tenacious D.
Yeah, Tenacious D. Yeah,
that's good.
And I've probably seen one or two other 3Ds.
I've seen a bunch. Some of the Star Wars.
I think it's called Apocalypto.
Apocalypto?
Yeah, on their YouTube channel, they're putting out like a cartoon.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
That will provide the music video content, but they're drawing it themselves. It's really not good.
It's not good, but it is good.
Yeah. So, the artwork.
Okay. I met Jack Black, and when I went to a Tenacious D show when I was in high school.
Nice.
And do you guys remember 2002?
That's about 2000. Right. Yeah.
2001.
Good times.
I met Gordon Gano once.
Who?
Lead singer from the Violent Femmes.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
I was at his concert.
Fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Do you guys remember Tenacious D's cameo in Biodome?
No.
They were
remember the movie though. I do remember watching that movie.
I think they were kind of like buskers, and they were kind of like hippies, and they were
Pauly Shore.
They were in just like at a college campus plaza or something. That's all I remember.
I think I remember that vaguely. I think I remember it.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
See what else I've been watching? I'm still trying to get through Breaking Bad. I'm on the last season.
Oh man, you've done some work on Breaking Bad,
still
James.
Trying to get, you're still trying to get through it? Like, dude, I binge watched it in like 2 days.
That's impossible.
Yeah,
that's impossible. There's not enough hours.
I mean, dude, after like 3 of them, I'm like, okay, I need something different. Yeah.
You're breaking laws of time.
Show. I've now actually, it's kind of getting me amped up to like watch Better Call Saul.
You know, I never watched that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another good show. Like, seriously, that's a good spinoff.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoy it.
So he's a great character, man. Like,
here's the thing with that Better Call Saul. I watched it and I got really into it, but what happens is the seasons are so far apart that you almost forget the plot line.
Well, that's the beauty of Netflix.
I know you can like binge them, but that if you really like, even if you waited a whole year, or I guess if you go season to season, then it's just like, I forgot that part. And they try to remind you with previously on.
Yeah.
And you go, I sort of remember that, but okay. And I got a good memory, I think.
I'm just waiting for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, what's going on with that? And is George R.R. Martin ever going to write the last book? Or did he just completely give up and let it go to the TV? I think he just said screw it, because every single possible ending that he could have ever come up with has already been written in a fan novel or fan fiction. So I think he's like, screw it, I'll just let the universe finish it. That's my guess, at least.
There you go.
Speaking of like Netflix, I was watching like a market watch on the television earlier, and they announced that Apple is coming out with their own like streaming service, and like via like, you know,
is it called App?
I don't know. It's going to be in 100 countries.
Old news.
Well, I don't know. To me, whatever. That's the first time I heard of it.
They should call it Apple Cider.
I mean, they have Apple TV. That's not Apple TV. They're having their own.
Apple TV.
It's going public or whatever. So they'll be producing content like Netflix and
whatever. Apple fucking sucks anyway. I don't.
Yeah. Thank you. They can bite them.
Dude, I love my iPhone.
Yeah, I like my
iPhone. I never liked Apple PC.
I mean, but let's be honest,
PC.
iPhones
forever.
are phones for people who just are too fucking lazy to give a fuck.
Yep.
Maybe. Then there we go. That's why I love my iPhone. it does what I need it to do.
I can text on it.
For people who don't want to think for
themselves. I can listen to podcasts.
On a phone? I'm so speechless, Jerry, at that statement. can't think for myself.
I was just helping out, Leo.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, but how many steps does it take to send a fucking email?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
3. Which is about how many steps it takes to send an email too.
No, it's about half the steps.
With or without an attachment.
Yeah, what kind of email are we talking about
Yes,
here?
attachments. That's bullshit. Like, I hate fucking Apple. I hate their fucking phones. All right, in rant. I'm done. So, I had an iPhone and an Android. All right, I use an iPhone for work back in the day, and I fucking hated iPhone. I hated the iPad.
Well, because it's associated with work, and work's frustrating. And you use your Android for pleasure.
Well, this is true, but you can never update anything. We had to wait. We had to wait for clearance, for top secret clearance, before we can update anything, any of the apps or anything. So,
I just came up with $1 million idea. You know how they have the jitterbug phones?
Yes.
They should. Apple should make a phone called the Granny Smith Apple phone.
Oh, snap. That's a good idea.
For grandmas.
I like that.
You're onto something. Patent pending. Speaking of patents.
Federal trademark pending.
Oh, but before we start talking about patents, I just want to say that the secret to the iPhone is I have never updated it. I haven't updated it in probably over a year. My 6S, and it runs flawlessly. I have no issues at all. Just don't update it because it's their planned obsolescence that they put in the patches.
Wait, which iPhone?
The 6S. So go find all your security breaches and take over my phone.
Did you guys do research for our patent segment?
No.
What research do we need to do?
There's no research needed. It's just a bunch of nonsense going on.
I've already looked up the trademarks.
I want to throw my hat in the ring. I mean, it's pretty obvious what my opinion is, though. But about this whole Corey Goode trying to trademark the terms such as SSP and 20 and back and a bunch of other terms that several other researchers in the past have used.
Good luck with that.
SSP. He wanted to SSP and 20 and back. He'll probably get 20 and back.
Yeah, because nobody else really uses 20 and back. But SSP is used by a bunch of other respected researchers in the field that
not only that, it's been being used for over 30 years, 20 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a secret space conference that used to be around.
Yeah, there was one in 2014 that I think Joseph Farrell and Dolan spoke at.
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I mean,
there might be one next year. Who knows?
But the point is,
the trademark, not the trademark, but the phrase being used before he came out with it, so he can't say it's IP. It's not intellectual property. And there's what they call prior art, that there's this use of it before you tried to trademark it.
Yeah. And basically, dude, the whole Blue Avian Sphere Being Alliance, it's just a terrible cult of nasty people that have thrown all their chips behind this crazy man.
The reptilian abductees are better, or
none of them are. They're all crazy. You heard it here first.
They're not all crazy. That's the thing.
Some
are, really believe they had that experience.
But what is that?
I don't know.
Mind virus? Chemtrails?
Wait, the Blue Avians, wasn't there a movie based on that? What was that movie called?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful shirt, Jerry. Cornholios.
This is one of the shirts that came, and as I was opening the bag, I cut right through it.
Oh man, it's got a wound.
That's what I was just sewing the collar up. See,
that's the cornholio.
Oh, nice.
The shirt comes with the cornholio.
Oh,
it does. It's got a corn. But anyway, I dropped the needle. That's what I was looking for on the floor. So I have no idea where that needle went.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Leonidas, yeah.
What about Avatar?
Blue Avians.
They had all kinds of birds in it.
Weren't we just talking about that?
I never saw that in the theater.
It wasn't really good.
I watched it for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, no, I can't. I'm done.
These people used Apple to make it. I can't watch it.
I kept the actual glasses. I kept the actual glasses as like a keepsake, and I think I still have them somewhere. That was 2010.
You don't have to give them back.
3D glasses?
The 3D glasses for Avatar.
Nice.
Oh man,
I remember thinking
they're the same glasses for every film they're going to watch, right?
no,
I
but
know,
they're
but
Avatar.
Avatar was like the forerunner of big blockbuster 3D movies,
Hell yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, but you know what's better than Avatar? That time traveling movie. Remember that?
Interstellar.
No. The guy who he invented the time machine. He was back from like the 1920s or some shit, and he went ahead into the future, and because he was his wife, his girlfriend got shot.
It's the time machine.
Time machine.
Yeah, the time machine.
H.G. Wells' Time Machine.
Yeah, you remember the creatures? Like,
The Morlocks.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Orlocks.
That was 3D.
no.
No, it wasn't 3D, but it was much cooler than Avatar, I think.
Oh, okay.
With
Sure.
Orlando Bloom as the
Yes.
The concierge.
yeah, the concierge. I like that concept of having that like virtual teacher, virtual narrator.
Well, I mean, it reminds me of like if because they talk about in the film like the human race splitting off into two different races, and they go back to like the Middle Earth type theory, where these creatures come up from Middle Earth, like they come up from the ground and they snatch people down.
Oh, did you ever hear the theory that that's actually the person he meets in the cave is actually himself?
The old wizard guy.
The guy who made the time machine. He
Yeah,
meets
the old
like
wizard guy. Yeah.
the leader of the Morlocks or whatever.
Oh
I've
wait,
heard
so that
theories
was
that
him?
That was Well, I heard someone say
that's
that.
interesting.
I didn't like that. In some iteration he became that leader of the other people, underground people. It's like M.
Lemuria?
Night Shyamalan twist.
That's a super twist.
I mean, it is
Twisty.
possible.
Anything's possible. Anything at all.
Yes.
I'll
Anything.
buy anything. Lemuria. Oh
Atlantis.
man, James,
Yo,
what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, dude.
Yeah. How's your week been? I miss you,
Fine. Yeah, I'm doing good.
dude. I'm sorry about the Browns.
Oh yeah, fuck them. Yeah. That was,
Wait. Hold on. Didn't Tampa Bay beat them?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. Great news. Yes.
Dude, I know they went to overtime for the fourth time this season.
Dude, I wonder how
yeah,
many
I was-
heart attacks are going on in Cleveland like the past 5 Sundays from all these overtime stress.
It's pretty stressful. I don't know. I mean, like I usually tape, I won't ever tape them, but DVR it, and then I'll watch it at my leisure. But because that day I actually went to this place called 16-bit, and it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
an
you posted
arcade.
that picture.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was,
What?
Yeah, it's this arcade. It's like a bar type thing. It's mainly for adults, but
That's awesome.
in the summer they have on Sundays, kids can go and play the games and shit. And just like when the parent is there, you just have to buy a drink. All the games are free except pinball games. They have 4 pinball machines, and those aren't free.
Well, do they have like fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mortal Kombat and shit?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. The Simpsons. Yeah, they had some 4-player games.
Oh, yeah. The Turtles. Oh, man. The Turtles arcade machine.
That was the first game
And
I
this is
played.
this is in this is in Cleveland, James. This is right
Yeah,
by you,
yeah.
dude. I need to
Yep.
come out.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, so it's a full blown bar, and then they have outside they have like these 4 flat screens, and they have a they have a Nintendo 64 and a GameCube set up out there, and you can play a bunch of different games out there.
Oh,
you were
man.
supposed to get back to me about Cedar Point, but you never did. I'm just saying. I'm just clear.
I don't even know if I don't know. Yeah, if I'm going.
Do you wipe down the joysticks with like a
all these
towelette?
yeah,
No,
all these
dude, you don't want to
kids
do that. You want to
crumb
get the
grabbing it. Yeah.
you want no, dude, you want all that gut biome
Yeah.
and just get the
Nah.
diseases.
Well, no. See here, they have a place called the Cereal Box. So it's a friend of mine. He owns a little restaurant called the Cereal Box, and you go in and they have all these different cereals like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and stuff. They can make like smoothies, milkshakes, treats, waffles. I mean, pretty much anything you want from any cereal. So we went there. I took my cousins there. We had like Fruity Pebble zombified milkshakes and shit.
Yeah.
And they had he had like an old school CRT TV with Atari.
Okay.
And Pac-Man and shit. We were playing those games and shit. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I played like the first. I mean, I played some. These are all the games like all of us. Well, I'm a couple of years older than some of you, except Jerry. But like you would go to the arcade to play, and like so I had like a lot of these games I remember but they had some of the first like Asteroids game. They had Missile Command, where it's just like a giant roller ball, and I mean, yeah, like straight up old like Atari games, but on the stand-up versions. And
oh yeah,
House of the Dead. Remember that game?
Yeah, they had that.
Oh, that game was so much fun,
that was
man.
The only game.
Remember that movie though? Remember the adaptation? The movie
like, was terrible.
So shitty.
Yeah, it was House of the Dead 2, the video game, and it was the only
House of the Dead
game they had there. But then they had the Star Wars one, super old school, and it was just like this TIE fighter type, like just controller, like you were flying an X-wing. It was all just laser lines, and then so we played that, and then I played like everything. You can just go around. They have them all rigged up. You just hit a button, and what else did we play? Yeah, Mortal Kombat. They had X-Men, which is another like 4-player game.
Oh,
which is a side scroller. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah.
Dude,
I just we'll have to plan like a meetup there.
Oh,
heck yeah, let's do a Cleveland meetup, man. Cleveland
it's all about
meetup.
And the food scene's off the hook here, dude. Yeah.
I just found out there's
How about next Tuesday.
I'll be here. Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to a float tank place?
There's one down the road. I just
found out there's one like right by my house that I discovered.
Oh wait, you talking about the tanks where you go in and you float like naked in the water or some shit?
I don't think you have to be naked, but yeah.
No.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it right, I guess.
I think the one by me, it's called this Float
Zero Gravity.
Yeah, dude.
I'll make a recommendation.
Called, Float 60. I want to try it out. Has anybody floated before?
I have.
Yeah?
Really?
Tell me all about it.
The biggest thing people say, and this didn't happen to me, was that you got to make sure not to get in your eyes.
I've heard that from Darren, complaining in like 13 or 14 Grimerica episodes. He brought it up.
That and cuts. Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't think of this, but I had like a real like tight neck before I went in. And if I would have just stretched beforehand, I would have had a better experience, because I was in there floating, and just the whole time I was thinking, oh man, I got this kink in my neck.
Oh.
Well, maybe it's because yeah. Oh god, that sounds pretty.
But it would have been an easy remedy, and I think I might have been. No, I don't think I ever cracked it in there. But just like maybe stretching beforehand would make it a lot better, so you're not tight. And it was fun.
Dude, this place has like I don't know what this means, but there's like a virtual reality room. Like there's all this weird stuff. This Float 60.
But here's the thing: like I've heard like someone talking about this on a podcast, and they said that they make you sign a waiver. So if you go into this tank and you defecate yourself, you have to pay this fee.
Yeah.
To clean it
like
up.
$500. Yeah.
Because it'll just like run through their whole system.
Right.
Yeah. So
filter system.
So the key is like make sure you fast for 24 hours before you go to this place.
So shit before you go in.
Shit
gotcha.
yourself.
I went to the place in Milwaukee. It's called Float Milwaukee.
You told us last week.
I don't remember this.
Somebody told us about going to a float joint.
No, it wasn't me.
Was it on Mente?
I go back.
Which that was a great show with Thomas Sheridan, Jer.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed it.
That was a good one.
He is a very cool dude.
Definitely.
He got us some. The views are up to like 1,700, which is like 1,600 above normal.
Say what?
That's awesome.
Feel like double.
Yeah, so then that's what I did Sunday, but then on Saturday I went to Mansfield Reformatory, which is where they filmed Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that pick into. How was that?
That was pretty cool. That's the first time I've ever been there. Like out of sight, out of mind. It's about an hour south. Like it's about halfway between Cleveland and Columbus. And
look like there's a lot of paint chipping and a lot of rust.
Yeah, like there's signs not all over, but there's signs that say when you go in, like lead paint is here, like but it's pretty crazy, dude. Like
did you pick up any hitchhikers?
No.
Yeah, I saw the picture of like Brooks was here, like the car.
Right. Yeah, they filmed that scene. There's a room in the house that is from that scene, or what it would have been that guy's apartment or whatever. But yeah, there's the building's pretty big. It's pretty old. It's gone through a few renovations since it's been built. But actually, another movie, they filmed a few movies there, but another one they really credited as much as Shawshank is Air Force One. I guess they filmed like a bunch of shit there, a couple scenes. I haven't seen that movie in so long with Harrison
Ford.
Yeah, and I would have to watch that again, but yeah, because like there's like these like steel bars on the windows and stuff, but because it's like I don't know. If you ever go on tours like these, like I know, like I have never been to Alcatraz, the island there, but same type of thing. They give you like this little wand, and you can punch these codes, and you can listen to a little like speech about each different section. And but so I was walking, and they had a picture of Harrison Ford in that movie, and then you punch it in. It's like, yeah, they filmed right out here in this courtyard, and all these looks like steel bars on the windows. They're actually just wood, like they were added for that movie and stuff. But going through the house, like some of it started jogging my brain from Shawshank, and like because like one of the main sections of that they kind of take you through is like the warden lives on site there with this family. So, and it's like a three level house basically attached to the front of the building, and
it's not still open, is it?
No, it's all closed down. I mean, they do these daily tours, but you can do. They have these little TVs set up, like little informational like TVs, like touchscreen things, like
Info TVs.
Yeah, and but there's one section paranormal, so and they'll have like 8 different stories of different paranormal shit that's gone down there.
I'm surprised that TV show Castle Rock didn't film there.
I mean, I know some of those like ghost hunters and shit have done some stuff there before, because the prison part is super creepy. Yeah.
So what crazy shit did you see?
Just there was this one weird time when we were in like on the east wing of where the prison cells are. That's like, it's like this huge building, and then inside that building is another structure, which is the cell structure, and it's like 5 levels of just probably it's got to be 200 cells, like 100 on one side and 100 on the other side. So yeah, like 500 cells or whatever. Just tons of them, but and they're tiny, dude. Yeah, like the doorways to get in and out. It's like, yeah, like when they built that back then, like your average, it seemed like one of those like tall tales of, guys being super short back then or something. It's just weird. Like you're like, oh my God.
That's a tall tale or a short tail?
It's a short tail. Yeah. But to get in and out of those cells are pretty tight, man. And yeah, that looked creepy in there. And also like in the bottom of it, because apparently, like, obviously, I think like in the October or whatever, they do a haunted house like thing there. It's called like Blood Prison. And yeah, so like like outside, like, I mean, this must be like one of the huge attractions around this area, because I mean, they have like all these vendors and food trucks and shit, like all lined up for at night. And these super long lines, like it would be like a Cedar Point ride or whatever. And
did you guys just see a white mist go in front of Leo's camera and make it unfocus?
No,
I was just looking at my own face.
It was pretty weird.
Just looking at myself.
So
I'm not goofing around either.
Yeah.
I saw something go there. It's doing it again.
So James,
that's just flicker.
But yeah, what's up?
So you did the tank, right?
What do you mean?
The zero gravity tank?
I did the float tank.
No.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Because I was going to ask you if you had like any psychedelic
No,
like,
I didn't. No.
experiences or anything. Because the people who say if they go in the tank, they have this like Zen experience.
Well, yeah, I mean,
One with-
Allegedly.
it's a sensory deprivation tank, so you get to that meditative state a lot quicker. You know, you have less outside.
I just felt just kind of like I was just floating in space, and I think if I went again, I'd be able to experience it a little bit better. It was just more all kind of uncomfortable.
Did you have music playing?
No.
Yeah.
You can ask to
Right.
play.
Yeah,
I was
music,
thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be cool to pipe in like Dark Side of the Moon or something.
Right. Did you? I know some of them you can have like an ambient light in it, like if you're like that afraid of the dark.
I had it on for like a couple seconds. I'm like, I could do pitch black.
Yeah,
That's
of course.
easy.
Just close your eyes. What's the difference?
Yeah. I was gonna ask.
They say you can hear your blood like pumping through your veins and shit.
A little of that. Nothing too dramatic.
They did have like some pretty cool artifacts left over from, well, that was pretty cool, but they had the actual electric chair and the system that runs it. They had, I think they electrocuted, like the sign said, like 300 and some people. And
damn,
they had the equipment they use for it, and it's fucking crazy. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
You know how we always talk about
Thomas Edison.
Yeah. They have this huge. It looks like an armoire, and it's got all these light bulb type. Yeah, they just fire that thing up, man.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool if you can get like a souvenir. You like toss a penny into it, and then it gives you a little imprint of
A melted penny.
And you pull the switch.
You pull the switch yourself.
Like it would melt in the shape of the top of someone's head.
Oh,
But you could use it as the cathode up there, right? The big coin.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I have a couple pictures of that. Like, they had the system that the guy would wear. It was like a sponge, and then they'd put that on there.
It's a
They
fresh.
also had one too. Like they had this. It was like a cap. Imagine like a baseball hat without the brim on it, and they would soak that in water. They'd put that on there. There's a couple different steps they would do. They had some of the different things that people, they had the straight jacket.
They do that to conduct electricity.
Oh yeah,
Not to cool it off.
No. This is to keep your head nice and wet.
The wet look.
Yeah.
Wet Willie.
Wet Willie. And then well, Felix, I was gonna say, I was talking about time capsules. Well, like what they had done when they first laid the foundation, they built, and they had the cornerstone, there's always like, or the keystone, whatever they call it. Yeah, like I think it was cornerstone, like the corner block. And then
That's the cornerstone.
I think it's called the Natty Ice.
I think maybe the Natty Ice.
The nappy dugout.
Cool. Well, inside the cornerstone, they made a time capsule in a metal box, and they buried it in there. And I think I guess like a long time ago, they used to put it further down or something in the ground, but they wanted, somebody to actually find this thing event, so I think they knew it was there, and after so long they dug it out of there. And they had a picture of where they dug it out, and I don't think there was anything crazy in it, just some documents and stuff.
I wonder how many forgotten time capsules there are buried across the United States.
Oh man, can you imagine? Yeah,
I bet there's tons.
I think I saw a Twitter article or something about a time capsule that they unearthed, and it was from 1992.
Oh wow!
And the article headline was like, "So much for being optimistic about the future." You're going and digging this up, thinking that like it's not going to last forever.
Yeah,
or that society's not going to last forever. So we got to dig it up. What?
Dig it up later. I think they made one at my elementary school when I was there. God, that would have been in the early 80s.
We did one at our elementary school, and when I was in like my 20s, me and my elementary school buddy went back there.
Yeah,
we went back there in the nighttime and allegedly dug, tried to find it, and dug, and the police were actually kind of circling the blocks, and we like hid up against a fence behind a tree. We had dug 4 or 5 holes.
Nice.
in the field, and then filled them back in. I think we might have filled them back in. We might not have. Never found it. It's probably
but the building, I mean, I don't know. The building it's old for sure. Like they're redoing the warden's quarters area. Like it's all stuck, all shit's coming off walls. And so they've been going certain sections and redoing them. But definitely the prison part. But one part when we were walking, checking out the cells up, you're really high off the ground. And my wife was getting a little spooked out from being up that high. And all of a sudden, people are it's not loud or anything. All of a sudden, in the distance, you hear this. You're like, what the fuck was that? Just random screaming. And she starts crapping her pants. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm freaking out! I'm like, "Come on!" And my oldest son, he's freaking out, dude. They're both jetting down the whole thing, and they think they go down and have to come back, but no, you got to go down and around and all the way back up the other side. And then we get on the other side of the cell block, and it was just it was like a log jam of people, because people will stop and start taking pictures of themselves inside the cells, and then Grady's standing, and there's these people in front of him. He's like, "Come on, move!" And they're like, "Oh, sorry." And then, this whole thing, it's funny, man.
I'd feel pretty unsafe
because the gaps in the railings, they're not OSHA approved at all, dude. Yeah.
Did you do any people watching?
It looked like a lot of just the age ran the gamut. I don't. Yeah, it wasn't.
You didn't see anything odd? Any commentary?
There was you could get a private tour, and I think they'll take you in more areas. Because they had basically they would give you this different type of wand system that plugged in with headphones, and the dude would walk around with a microphone, and he would talk into it, and only you could hear it, on that frequency. But you can do these overnight stays there. You could do ghost hunts and ghost walks, and
I could see them.
And you get free reign of the entire building at night, which would be pretty insane, dude. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty wild.
Doing some LARPing,
right?
Live action.
Getting free reign in that place in the middle of the dark. Oh my god, you'd be. I don't know, man. It'd be pretty trippy, no doubt. Because they're creepy looking, as they are. I can imagine walking through there with a flashlight.
You heard of Waverly Hills?
It sounds familiar.
Here in Louisville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up there by myself a couple times.
Oh.
TB Hospital. They have a body shoot. So the body shoot goes down the hill, because they had so many people were dying that they had to have a method of transporting bodies down to the ambulance.
Just a slide.
Yeah, exactly. A slide. So it's this body chute that goes down from the main building down to the bottom of the hill where they where they just put the dead bodies down, where they can just load them up in the ambulance.
Yeah.
People were dying to get in.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you shine a flashlight down there. You shine a flashlight down into the tunnel, and you can't see the bottom of it. But I've been up there a few times, and it's pretty crazy. You get the chills for sure.
Is it roped off?
Well, see now, unfortunately, we can't do any filming up there because there was a film crew that went up there a few years ago, and they made, I guess the owners of the complex thought the movie was so fucking terrible. They're like, no more filmmakers up here. So that sucks.
Was it Blumhouse?
No.
Okay, good.
Was it like a slapstick comedy movie?
I don't know what it was, but they did have it on World's Scariest Places on Earth. Remember that show?
Ooh.
I think it was on Discovery Channel or some shit.
I was going to bring up, this is totally unrelated.
There's not much going on. Let's hear it.
I mentioned live action role playing.
LARPing?
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to a podcast. I think it was the Unfictional podcast, and they're all true stories. And they preface the story that this guy was actually retelling a true story. So the guy started off talking about, I was in this anarchy group, and we actually would just visit these towns and just, beat people up for no reason. And we were in the bar, and we realized that the townspeople were onto us. So we were like, we got to beat these people up, and someone died. Someone got killed. So this guy said,
Democrats?
Oh, come on, Jer.
And so at this point, I'm in the story, and I'm like, I can't believe they're letting this guy like retell his story about just killing people with no regrets or anything. And this guy was just kind of just telling a story kind of willy-nilly. And I was thinking, what the heck? This is bizarre that they're kind of almost like promoting or kind of glorifying this guy doing this. And then it turns out that he's being chased by the guy in the bar, and they're out in some backcountry town, and not much place around, but they end up in like the forest, and he starts fighting this guy, and the guy, like, he gets away from him, and he's like hiding inside the snow, and he's like not dressed up too well for being out in the snow, but he hides in the snow and holds his breath, and he realizes that everyone just kind of has disappeared. And then halfway through this retelling of the story, realized that they were doing a live action role playing thing. So this whole time they weren't really like anarchists, and they didn't really kill somebody, but everyone had a role in this scenario. And this guy got like stranded in the woods and had no idea how to get back to the headquarters for this LARPing event.
Jeez.
And he ends up getting saved by some actual Amish people. So Amish people,
saved from what? Exactly.
Saved from being out in the cold and not knowing where the heck he was.
Okay.
So he was out in the cold, and he had just like hid in the snow to kind of hide from the townspeople that were coming after him. And then he realized, like, okay, I'm getting too involved in this live action role playing, and I don't know how to get back to where I was. So he found he went up to like a cabin in the woods, and it ended up being like a Amish house. And the Amish people were really friendly, and the Amish people thought the guy was so weird, and they got him on their horse and buggy and took him to the nearest.
Did they call him English? English is so weird.
Yeah, I don't. But it was a pretty good story, because they just set you up, and you're thinking, okay, what? Why is this guy like talking about killing people? And it seems like it's glorified on the show, but it was a nice little twist. It was like M. Night Shyamalan. Twisty.
Like The Village?
Like The Village.
Is the UK re-voting on Brexit? Speaking of the British?
The Fish-Eyed Corpse is trying to arrange that.
Fish-Eyed Corpse?
Theresa May.
Doesn't she want Brexit to happen though? So she's trying.
No, she's a globalist.
I thought she got in there because Brexit went through originally, so they got Theresa May, who was pro-Brexit, in there. No,
Donnie.
Okay, just tell me that.
No, she's on the Rothschild side. So,
okay.
She's for the EU. They came up with this bullshit Chequers plan. CHEQUERS. Chequers is the name of one of the prime ministers and vacation houses. So they came up with this Chequers plan at a powwow up there, and it's basically we'll leave the EU in name only.
Oh, okay. But they still do all their deals in business with the EU and still have.
Mm-hmm. So they're pushing for another vote because, of course, they think they can probably get less support for Brexit.
Yeah.
But I haven't really followed it lately. I don't know what the current status is. But I know people are getting pissed that it hasn't happened in 2 years yet.
Yeah, man.
They're making noise about wanting to vote again. So, yeah.
I remember hearing about all that right when it started in 2016.
Yeah.
On the radio.
Well, that's when 2016 was when, the world ended. Donald Trump was elected. Brexit. Just pure madness.
Didn't end. It changed for sure, though.
Everything's ruined. Been just screaming at the sky for 2 years now.
This could be the best thing that ever happened to humanity. Who knows?
Maybe. I think an asteroid would be the best thing that happened to humanity.
Hey.
I think true. Yeah, true. Well, it'd be good for the internet. I think.
Yeah, just all it has to do is take out Twitter and Facebook. If those two things got eliminated, the world would be a better place.
What about Instagram?
I don't know. People can share pictures. I'm cool with that.
Sure.
So, I'm not God. I'm not on the God squad. I'm not a biblical scholar. I don't know anything about the Bible, but I would say that we are in a time that would be similar to an apocalypse in the technical sense of the term. A great revealing. I think a lot of things have been revealed because of those two shifts. In 2016, we get to see a lot of shit that was going on from a different angle.
And the rise of amateur journalism and every bit of information being put out to everybody that could find anything at all. Like everybody knows everything.
I can use Google. I'm a researcher.
Yes, yep. Uh-huh.
Despite that, I mean, yes, that's clouded the information cloud. That's bad. It's made the cloud inky because you don't know what's true or not. The veracity of these things is just questionable everywhere. But nonetheless, I think a lot of things have been revealed.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Just look at what. Okay, not to harp on the Democrats, but look at what the DNC did to Bernie Sanders. That was revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which doesn't really get enough.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Yeah, they did. They completely sabotaged. Like Bernie Sanders would probably be president right now if they didn't sabotage him.
No.
Dude, I really think so.
Not happening.
I think it would have happened.
I think the Democrats have a serious problem. Because their whole platform for the last year has been Trump sucks, and have provided no policy ideas or changes or any. They're not proposing anything. They're just saying, "Hey, he sucks. We're better."
Right. So, did you guys get a little Discord notification saying a thing on Discord saying reminding you to vote?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that the other.
You're getting that on Discord, get that on YouTube, get that on Facebook.
That's very interesting.
They had like a joint.
Get that on Google.
Puff Daddy actually texted me.
Oh, he sent you a text?
He did.
Puffy.
Honestly, I think my company had like a joint get your flu shot register to vote event.
Oh, man.
At the office, yeah.
And then shut up, slave. God.
And everyone was like, "Oh, I can't wait."
Wow.
This flu
why
shot.
do you have to register more than once? What's up with that?
Yeah, I did get the flu shot one time.
You ever notice you have to register every year for
flu shot?
Just trying to do a hack comic. But, I'll never get a flu shot, and I'm never going to vote. And let's just get over it.
You get a flu shot. You're full of mercury.
None of that's gonna happen.
Don't you believe in democracy? Like, why are you not voting?
I do not. I do not believe in democracy.
What the fuck?
No.
I know I'm a terrible citizen. I could just revoke my citizenship right now. Lawful.
Do you guys remember?
Voting constitutes an energetic contract.
I don't vote, but I still unwillingly pay taxes. So fuck you guys. to anybody who gets pissed at me because I don't vote, still
Well,
pay
that's
my
true, yeah.
taxes.
Pay taxes and
And I'm not gonna play that game of voting. And I'm not gonna do it. It's a scam. Like Jer said, it's an energetical
you
contract.
pay all these taxes and none of the roads get fucking fixed.
Dude, the roads are amazing in Indiana. Are you kidding me? Like they've been on their game this year.
Well, that's only because
Infrastructure.
Indiana is one of the states that is debt free as of right now. I don't know if you've been to Kentucky, but it's fucking shit.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
It's what?
We were just there.
It's fucking shit.
It's what?
But here's the thing: like, if they legalized marijuana, like Colorado did, oh my god, that's what billions of dollars.
Dude, speaking of Kentucky, I got a toll. I got a toll in the mail for this bridge that apparently was a toll that I didn't know. It was like an $8 toll.
Oh yeah, Riverlink.
Like, yeah, I think it was. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, pay that shit, bitch.
Yeah, I did. Right when I got it, I was like, this is stupid.
What, they take a picture of your car? Or
yeah,
something,
dude,
or
it was a
what?
picture of my car and my license plate. I was like, what is
It's
all
$4.
this?
It's
Yeah.
$4 one way.
Yeah, got me for $8.
Hey, let me do my song before
No.
a Colt fan gets here.
Oh no!
What? Should I invite him?
I don't care. He probably has something to say if he wants to come on.
He's calling me on Hangout, so
Tell him I'm doing my performance.
he's asking me if I want to invite him on. Hilarious.
Sure.
Dude, I don't care.
That's crazy because I didn't even look at his message. I just saw him calling.
You guys care if I do my jam?
He and me are psychic.
Jam it up.
You're done.
This is the name of the song is I think it's called The Ballad of Jim Jones.
Sweet.
It's a Brian Jonestown Massacre song.
Yeah.
You guys know the band?
I mean, I think I know that jam.
So Brian Jonestown Massacre, I think they were like an early 2000 band, kind of around the same time as like Oasis. And they're pretty. I think
Wait, before you do that, big shout out to Billy Bones. He knows why.
Billy Bones.
Billy Bones.
Shout out Billy Bones.
Because Grim serviced his big bone.
You better
Oh,
believe
let's
it.
hear this shit. Let's do it.
Okay, you guys mute down, and I'm just gonna wing it. Some of the lyrics might be pertinent to some of the things that you guys were just talking about just now. That's why I want to play it.
Wait, no.
Okay.
Pertinent. It's the word of the day.
Yahoo!
Okay, you guys gonna mute down or what?
Yeah.
I'm muted.
Again, this song is called The Ballad of Jim Jones. Here we go. You guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I walked from New York and back from LA. I lived on a mountain and once by the bay. I bought an apartment but slept in the hay. Now there's no place that's softer than. Oh, the living today is just getting so bad. There's a look on your face and it says you've been had. You take all my money, yeah, but don't make me mad. 'Cause there's nobody meaner than. Well, I prayed to Buddha, to Allah and Jim. I turned to Jesus and I stayed there with him. I fell in deep, but I learned how to swim. Now there's nobody cleaner than. Now there's nobody cleaner than. Now there's nobody cleaner than me. Or than him.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Mate, yeah, that's awesome.
Great job. I like the harmonica. That's good. It's a nice touch.
That sounded really good.
It's a good touch.
Beautiful.
You got a nice
I
touch.
lost
there.
timing a little here and there, but whatever.
Hey, we got no complaints here.
Badass.
Oh, live jams. Oh, now, what was that song again, Felix?
The Ballad of Jim Jones.
Ballad of Jim Jones. Like Jim Jones, we talking like
The Cult.
the cult leader Jim Jones?
Cult leader. Yeah.
So what do you think that was all about?
There's actually a cool documentary about the band, Brian Jonestown Massacre, and it kind of just follows them on tour and kind of follows them kind of getting a little bit of semi-fame. And there's another band that's out at the same time that gets a little bit more recognition, and there's this big rivalry between the two of them. I can't remember what the other band's name is, but there's a pretty cool documentary if you like rock and roll documentaries.
Rock and roll, rockumentaries.
I'll look up the name of it.
So you guys, I started watching this anime Tokyo Ghoul, and dude, it's so good. It's so good.
I still gotta finish Devil Crybaby.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I have to finish that one. You said it gets more intense, so I don't.
Oh, dude, it gets wild. It gets really crazy.
Yeah, I might have to finish it.
Devilman Crybaby.
Eventually.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's at first, I was kind of turned away from it because it would just go from like a regular, because dude, I was just watching like some innocent Shonen Jump animes, and then I turned that on, and it'd go from like people getting ripped in half to like just pure orgy fuck scenes, and I'm like, what's going on in this show? And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna give it another shot. So then I put it back on, and I was like, okay, I kind of get this now. And then
Were there any tentacles?
no, well, I think it is, isn't it like a Japanese law that they can't put penis in porn? That's why they have to use tentacles.
No, don't. Hey, don't spoil it. Come on.
I'm just saying.
Was there any product placement?
I don't remember any. Nah.
Oh, okay. The documentary is called Dig with an exclamation point at the end. It's good. I recommend it. Brian Jonestown Massacre. They're like on tour, and it talks about their claim to fame.
Dig? Mudvayne?
Dig. Oh God, Mudvayne.
Exclamation point.
It's like the soundtrack of every single CS 1.6 player's demo reel. Throw some Slipknot or Mudvayne on it. Oh God.
I have a glitch in the Matrix if you want to play the jingle.
Oh, you got it. Oh yeah, I think. Oh man. This is gonna be a little bit.
A little
Matrix.
bit country or a little bit rock and roll?
Glitch in the Matrix.
Simulation theory jingle.
Oh yeah.
This
I
is
totally
not on your
simulation.
desktop. Come on.
It's just called simulation theory.
It's a silly. It's not a good system I have here, guys. Just hold on. I gotta go look in the folders because it's not actually in the audio player. This is just this is so unprofessional. Here at Cruising with Steak, we try to provide the highest quality of audio experience listening.
Emphasis on try.
Try. Oh, huge emphasis on try. Where's the S's? I hope it's titled Simulation, but it isn't.
What?
Sort by date.
I got it as in mine.
Oh yeah, because it is, and I don't know my alphabet. I just found it.
SI.
Yeah, it's SI. It is.
Samsonite.
Right.
Don't overthink it.
I was so close.
Oh, open with that. Now play.
Slappy. Samsonite. Samson.
Simulation theory. Don't forget to reformat your hard drive on your super computer. Simulation theory. Don't forget to back up your hard drive on your super quantum computer. Yeah.
0011100111111.
That's the best part of that jingle.
The binary.
What you don't know is that that's the readout of the tattoo on Fry's ass that gives Bender the ability to time travel in Futurama.
No way.
It's intense.
Yes, way. All right, I've got glitch in the matrix. Here you go. So this is reported by someone known as Bad Thang with 2 G's. Bad Thang on Reddit. I have a day off from uni today, but decided to wake up early so I could get some stuff done I procrastinated doing the whole last week. So I woke up around 8 a.m. and went to have a shower. On my way to the bathroom, I passed our entrance and I saw my roommate's shoes and keys there. So I figured she's also home. We lived together now for almost 5 years, and it became a habit that I make coffee for both of us in the morning if we are both present. So after my shower, I went to the kitchen, made coffee for both of us, and while waiting for it to get finished, I started unloading the dishwasher. My roommate entered the kitchen, and I thought she must have heard me unload the dishwasher and figured it was time for our ritual morning coffee and talk. So we sat there, drank coffee, and talked for about 15 minutes. Then I went on our balcony to smoke a cigarette. When I got back in, she wasn't there anymore, so I went and knocked on her door. Nobody answered. I texted her, asking if she wants to have breakfast together also, thinking maybe she went downstairs to do her laundry. The answer I got made my heart drop. Hey, I would love to, but I'm at uni today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Who the hell did I just have coffee with? I checked the time again, thinking maybe I woke up earlier than I thought, but no, sure thing, it was 9:30 in the morning, the day of my day off. I'm not intoxicated, nor was I yesterday. I don't do drugs, and I don't have any medical issues or mental health problems. I'm baffled right now.
Wow. Who knows? Sounds like a glitch in the matrix to me.
Yeah. Maybe.
But haven't you ever been to a place where everything was very familiar? Like,
I have these.
You can map everything on the inside, like you knew where everything was. Like, it was very familiar to you. In a way, it was like, I've been here before. I don't know why.
Like a strange deja vu, but not quite deja vu.
Yeah, a deja vu, but it's like, I've been here before. I don't know why, but I remember everything about this place.
I don't know, man. It's one of those mysteries.
I have a deja vu.
Let's hear it.
I was this was a long while back, and I was getting like a review at work. I worked at a call center. I was getting a review, and I was in a side conference room with this guy, and everything that in there was just exactly the way it was in this deja vu. And he mentioned something about like Cyber Monday, and that's pretty much it. And I just
And you're like, I think I remember that.
Cyber Monday and something else. Is there like a Pink Monday or a Pink Tuesday or something? Or
There's a Black Friday.
I think it's a pink slip you get on Fridays that you're fired.
Oh, okay. We could do that.
Yeah. But everything in this little
if you got a decent company.
I'm pretty sure it's Blue Monday, what you're looking for.
Welcome, Occult fan. Welcome
What's
to the
up?
show. How you doing, buddy?
Have you become on board now?
You know what? Well,
Did
fuck
it
it.
pique your interest?
Enough.
Yeah, okay.
You guys remember the Dewey Decimal System?
Yeah, dude, what a joke. Come on. Just do it alphabetical.
Now that's boring.
It would take you 10 times longer to find it alphabetically.
Probably would.
It may, whatever its shortcomings are, it's a decent organization system for libraries.
Well, I mean, how long has it been institutionalized and been working? When was the Dewey Decimal System established? That's the main question.
1927.
Oh God, if it's 1927, you're gonna get a trophy right now.
And who's Dewey?
Dewey Decimal System.
He's the guy who made it up.
Huh. Let me look this up too.
We're looking it up.
Wow, I really just fucking disrupted that shit. Hey, let's all go fight over Black Friday products.
Well, you want to like start some Walmart brawls or something over a flat screen TV?
Yeah,
1876. Not too bad.
I was close.
That was close. That was within 50
By
years
close,
for sure.
I mean, not at all.
It's within 50 years. I'll take it.
That's pretty close.
All right, yeah, millennia.
just like you take your women.
Wait, take my women? What are you, a rapist?
No, within 50 years, give or take.
So you're a 50-year-old rapist.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
It was for Grim.
Why did you invite me to this?
You said invite me. You sent me a text.
I said invite me.
Yes.
I think you said fight me.
Fight me doesn't have a V in it.
Or bite me.
Wait, so where is invite? Anyways. So, what do you guys think about that whole Corey Goode trying to make that SSP his own thing kind of thing?
It's a sneaky move.
Sneaky move. I don't think it's gonna fly. And I don't know. I guess are we just allowed to start trademarking words now? Can we do that? Like whatever we want.
All right, I trademark love, grimsteak, and
No.
Trademark it in the context of what your business does.
Well, I mean, he's obviously a shill.
Yeah, does he still work for Gaia?
He's not.
Didn't they get fired from?
Well, first of all, Gaia was Gaium before it was Gaia.
Right.
Because they couldn't afford the domain name.
Well, anyways, like obviously Corey Goode is a shill.
What's he shilling for? Himself? I mean, he's obviously doing it just to sell merchandise for this stuff and create this like fantasy
Right, and
land.
that's been the whole plan all along.
Yeah, it's no different than like creating a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe.
It's no different, right? Or Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, or Cabbage Patch. It's the same thing. It's an 80s like merchandising technique that he's using.
They just don't really. They blur the line between reality and fantasy. And that's the problem.
Yeah,
people don't understand that.
Hey man, everyone's into these UFOs, man. Hey, let's come up with some idea that we can market this shit and fucking we can sell this shit on the market.
Some money.
If you look at
we can copyright this shit, and man, well, fuck, bro, we got it, man.
If you look at any of their printed material, it all says like entertainment purposes only somewhere on it. Or
that's just the worst. That's like putting a condom over his whole body and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna get you pregnant."
It's like fucking without coming. I get it, but
well, I mean, yeah, that's right. Are
we talking about like edging right now? Are we doing some edging? I'm in. Hold it back. But anyway, yeah, dude, it's a joke, and I just feel bad for the guys like Walter Bosley and Richard Dolan and those guys who actually do the work in it, like legitimate work in secret space programs.
Yeah,
and it's kind of bullshit.
I mean, like we're all assuming, like Secret Sun, like we can get to the moon, Van Halen radiation belt and all that shit.
What?
all right. Face the facts. Like maybe we're not. I mean, if you can rule the cosmogony, you can rule the peons' minds.
Right. Well, they already do.
So wait a minute.
The whole spell.
He's trying to.
Apollo 11 was.
He's trying to copyright. He's trying to trademark the secret space program.
He's trying to copyright the term SSP, the abbreviation, and the term 20 and back. I found the links already.
Right. No, I mean that's good marketing.
SSP? Well, that's secret space program, right?
All right. So if you're if you're
space,
I think that's spaghetti sauce Prego.
You're right.
If you're from a purely marketed minded asset, then you're going to try to get the big one. You're going to try to catch the big fish so that on that level, your people can mark.
But that can't be trademarked because that's not a.
That's the whole point.
It has nothing to do with a trademark for a company. That's a research topic.
Okay, but that's not what happens in real America these days. Anything can be done like that because.
Well, not necessarily because that's like the Fine Bros trying to copyright React. They can't do that shit. That's gonna backfire in their face.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I'm saying like that's what can happen these days.
Yeah, people who just try crazy shit and just see if it slips through.
Idiot fucking judges and shit who allow that stupid shit.
Well, dude,
okay. So let's be real. Let's pretend that we're on the corrupt side of things for a second. You would pay off that judge, right?
To
dun to be able to pass
legislation passed. Yeah.
I mean, a judge. I'm sure you could buy judges. That's the whole purpose of being a judge. That's where you get your money. It's from the payouts.
I guess you could. Yeah, if you have enough money, sure.
Yeah.
But isn't he like a negative $450 billion or some shit?
Yeah, as far as we can tell. But what do we really know?
Wait, Corey Goode? How did he get so in debt?
I don't think he's selling too many albums, so I don't know.
Wait, you're talking about Tom DeLonge. Are you talking about Tom DeLonge right now?
Okay, I'm talking about the entire fact that people are going to try to own these things and we need to fight against it.
Yeah, but dude, it's insane. You have that crap going on, then you have all the Tom DeLonge with the To the Stars Academy going on, and there's
God
just all this.
Tom DeLonge because he's obviously a wretchedly useful tool.
Oh, that poor guy though. that poor guy. I don't think he knows what he got himself into. I think he's just getting drug along.
He'll be okay.
But at least he's not making up stories like Corey Goode. Like, I feel like he actually might want the truth, and now he's just gonna probably just, fall back on his music career and millions of dollars.
He's gonna bite it for being a bitch.
I think that's a possibility too.
Oh, that's cool.
Radio silence. We got dead air. What is this going on, Jerry? You're linking?
At least your voice is pretty grim.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He is pretty grim, isn't he?
Pretty grim.
Steven is a pretty voice and a pretty soul.
Those are the two trademark
Neither of them work for me, Jer. These links are broken. The search is expired. Trademark applications. Well, I mean, I guess SSP. So he's not actually trademarking the term secret space program.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the Dewey Decimal System stuff, and it said here in 1932, topics relating to homosexuality were first added to the system under 132 for mental derangements and 159.9 for abnormal psychology.
Wow. And you know what? Less than 100 years. Look at how far we've come. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. People want to get all up in arms. Just think about that.
And then in 1996, they put it as 306.7 under sexual relations.
That was right after Al Gore raped the entire Earth.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this might be a hot take right here, but at what point did we decide, no, it's not a mental derangement? Like, when did that sway happen?
What's not a
1927.
Oh, did you watch Ben Shapiro tonight?
Wait, what? No, I did not listen to Ben Shapiro.
That's exactly what he brought up was that the New York Times published this article saying, science doesn't matter. We're just going to make up the rules. So mental disorders are really, choice.
Yeah, man, it's all social constructs. Everything's social constructs.
Well, it's part of it. I don't think everything is. Try that.
I don't know how I feel about things anymore. I really don't.
I know. It's like I don't want to think about anything.
Yeah, because more than likely my opinion is going to offend somebody. And it's just like most of the time, it's true.
Is a choice.
That's very true, Jerry. 20 and back. Wow, he's actually trying to copyright 20 and back.
When you think about what the Stoics say, anyone who says anything, it's not the insult that matters so much as your choice to allow it to offend you.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more.
Well, people choose to be offended by things that aren't insulting.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We could all be so cool. It's
outrage culture.
So many petty things.
It doesn't matter. We're all going to be fucking outlaws in a couple years anyway, so it don't fucking matter.
Outlaws?
Well, even beyond that, we might all be dead.
Are we going to have to start like an outlaw country group? Like, what's going on here? Outlaws? Nah, dude, I think we'll be good. As long as we got Grimerica FM still keeping the pipes going.
Dude, thank God for Canada.
That was last Tuesday when YouTube went down. Cruising with Steak was still going strong.
You're live.
You know what was really creepy about that YouTube thing is after they did that, there was these little flashing dots. Now I don't know if you guys know anything about subliminal programming.
Oh no!
But well, I do.
Where is that in the Dewey Decimal System classification?
69. But the point is, if you look at what they're going to do to try to rearrange your mind, there are things that you just don't even realize. I mean, like, it could get so creepy as to be to the point where flashlights on the stoplight that you use will make your mind imagine different things. If I were in control.
So it really was green and not yellow.
The ticket's bullshit.
Oh,
the dress?
I get it now.
Oh, the blue.
That's why Twin Peaks use those traffic lights. Yeah, we're all on.
Yes.
It's Laurel or Yanny.
That was in a Fringe episode too.
Oh my God, there was a Fringe. Dude, I live at Okay, I probably shouldn't say this on a freaking thing, but I live in. Yeah, whatever. Right. I live in front of Norwood Central, which is where the end. What do you call it? The climax of the
park.
Cul-de-sac.
When Jerry. That's for you, but for Jerry, he does that in a park. But the idea is that there was a climax of a Fringe episode that took place in front of my apartment.
Oh, sweet.
Very cool.
That's such a great show.
Did you get to meet Walter Bishop?
You know what? I am Walter Bishop.
No, he's my hero.
Oh, that's great.
You will watch out for this now.
If there was someone who was like half Bender from Futurama and half Dr. Bishop, Walter Bishop, that would be awesome.
I'm your dad, Jerry, and that's what I am. Jerry, I am your father. I am the Mandela effect.
It's not the real dad. He's your fake dad.
So wait, is it Luke, I am your father, or no, I am your father?
No, I am your father.
Oh, fuck you.
Bullshit.
Yeah, dude, don't Mandela effect.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah. It's
get the fuck out of here with that.
I'm offended.
Thank you. Yes. Fuck Jerry. But it is Luke. I am your father.
No, it's not.
Fuck you, dude.
Mandela effect segment.
You're one of those. You're one of those Berenstain Bears is with an A kind of asshole.
I don't remember what that was.
Dude, it was always Steen. And it was always looking.
I have my own personal.
Mandela died in the 80s.
I think so too. Okay,
then how can you be wrong about the other one? No, this is a serious problem, though. Like, why the fuck is CERN fucking with our reality?
Do you think it's CERN?
I do think it's CERN.
What if it's all the people who think they're fucking with our reality and think they got these things wrong that are actually bringing in the change?
Just a massive tulpa, just a thought manifestation.
No, they're starting to believe that that's their reality, so these other things are manifesting.
Dude, Jerry, you're so wrong about that last point, but anyways, I'm glad
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but here's the thing: like,
it's with an E.
I didn't say that was it.
I don't. Okay,
I don't know what
why is it? Why? Okay, so like, for instance, like the Luke, I am your father. Like, so why is it that the guy who portrays, who does the voice,
James Earl Jones?
So why is it in different interviews?
Yeah, I know. No, he says the same thing, right?
But
listen, wait.
Just
no, he's right. No, listen, no, Jerry, shut up and listen to this guy.
I know all about it.
No, he's right though.
But why does he say that?
I know, right?
I remember.
Because that's how everybody remembers it. Because that's what they put on all the Star Trek merchandise.
Okay, yeah, Star Trek, good one.
Star Wars.
as long as
clown.
See,
guys,
all credibility lost.
Felix, what do you got?
As long as I can remember the date of my first French kiss, I'll be okay.
There you go. You're not going to Mandela effect that away. Yeah. That's a day you're going to always remember.
That just kind of broke reality for me. What was the date of your first French kiss?
November 15th, 1998.
Beautiful.
Remember the 15th of November, the day he lost his virginity to a mop.
I remember because the movie Space Jam came out on that date, I went and saw Space Jam on that day.
You saw Space Jam and got a French kiss in the same day?
You went to that movie with your sister.
Double whammy.
Dude,
Space Jam.
I thought you saw that with your sister.
Got
him. You're fired.
No, it was not. Luke, Talam's arguing in Discord now.
Jerry, now you're in trouble.
Rent the fucking movie and listen.
Dude, okay, yeah. Rent the altered reality and listen. Good one.
The altered reality
what
version.
A fucking loser state.
I saw it over 100 times too.
Yeah, you did. You masturbated the entire time, I'm sure.
I saw it 4 times on opening day. So
4 times opening day.
Yes. With witnesses.
Suspect.
Well, dude, is it one of those things that was just repeated so much in the culture that it slowly became Luke, I am your father? That's what that's what I'm battling
Luke,
with.
I am your father.
That's what I always thought.
How did it become like, okay, so if it truly was like, no, I'm your father, like how did it become Luke, I am your father?
No, but you're right about how James Earl Jones actually said it like several times.
The reason is because after the movie came out and was successful, they printed T-shirts with Darth Vader's head and it said, Luke, I am your father.
No, but that's the whole point. Why they have the Berenstain Bears with the A is that the whole thing can be changed in our reality. It's based on our memory, which is important.
Yeah. Well, it could be that too. We could be changing the past because we misremember. But then the films would change.
Dude, no.
If that were true, then shit would turn into the Mandela effect you remember.
Nah, dude. What?
Everyone
Okay.
else would be freaking out.
So, okay, here's what we all know. CERN is a what? A synchrotron. And we're all obsessed with synchronicities. Is it possible that CERN is synchronizing each and every one of our consciousnesses into one, metaphor or time stream?
Maybe.
That's what I think.
It's just blurring everything together.
Blurry, like that puddle of mud song, like a puddle of muddy. Yeah, exactly.
She fucking hates me.
Okay, so what about like Forrest Gump? Like Life
ugly.
was like a box of chocolates, or
Obviously,
life is
obviously.
like a box of chocolates.
Obviously.
It's very low, and you can hear it both ways depending on what you're thinking.
But that's why they chose that. That's the same reason they chose Interview with a Vampire. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Sex in the City.
It's just
okay. It's sex. It's Sex in the City, right? No. Oh my God. Now I'm forgetting.
I never liked the show.
Wait. So wait,
No,
wait a minute.
Sex and the City.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
in the city.
What is it? What is it actually?
Sex and the City.
Yeah.
No. It's Sex in the City.
No, it's not.
No, it's in.
There's no fucking way. There's
I
no
watched that
fucking
show
way. There
every
is no fucking way.
They're trying to turn us against each other.
Fucking way.
Hey, let's take it.
No way.
Let's all take a few deep breaths and say let's say some ohms.
There's no way that is what it is.
And Leo's fairly woke, and he's freaking out over this. So come on, what's going on?
Okay, so
why am I woke? God
So
damn it!
just-
Don't judge me that way.
Let's all just relax.
you're saying it's sex
Hello?
and
Let's all just relax.
Sex and the City.
No, I think it's Sex in the City. It's in the city.
No, it's totally it's Sex and the
No,
City.
it's
Never
in.
had sex on the show. She was like a virgin for most of it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What if they had a crazy subplot where they have sex in the country? Come on, you got to leave it open.
Okay,
Well,
but
wasn't that the name of her column in the paper?
Yeah.
No, it's Sex in. It's in. It's in.
I swear I remember Sex in the City. Like, I swear to God.
You misremembered
Sex in the
it.
City. No, dude. No.
You remember the
there's
first
no
time
way.
you beat off?
No, there's no way.
Guys,
Sex in the City.
It's in. Yeah,
Guys.
I agree.
In the city.
guys,
Yeah,
what if
not and
It has
the
to
city.
be.
It's in.
Guys.
What is that? Sex
I'm gonna
in the
agree
city?
with you.
That doesn't
Just
make
shut it up.
sense.
you guys?
Right. No, right.
Okay, you guys.
I might get another beer, but you're correct.
What if
All right.
what if things like Mandela effect and flat Earth were slowly slipped into the community culture to make us do exactly what we're doing right now, screaming about what's right and what isn't, when we should be trying to figure out is why did the Saudis murder Khashoggi? And there's more important things at hand. Maybe this is all just a huge psyop.
What's more important?
Like, is Dogman real? I mean, seriously.
Thank you.
He's an asshole, I heard.
He is. I saw a meme about it. It's true.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, it's bedtime?
Good
Yeah, I'm
night,
still sick.
Grandpa.
You're still sick? You've been sick for a month.
Yeah.
He's sick. He's
Wait. Did you get
perennially
the
sick.
flu shot?
No.
No.
That'll fix you up. Go get one.
It's just my throat.
And maybe
Still.
register
Strep
to
throat.
vote. Those two things will
It's
make
not
you-
strep throat. I got it checked out Monday.
Not strep, right?
Not strep. Just like lacerations. I actually watched a video of them going inside of someone's mouth that's got all these like ulcers.
Oh,
It's like open wounds in their throat.
Fucking
Dummy.
gross.
Yummy.
And I'm like, that's what I had.
Nice.
And still kind of got.
so did you guys vote? Blue wave coming. You guys vote?
Blue waves coming.
Blue wave.
Blue wave?
The blue wave's
the
coming,
ocean.
guys.
I'm going to bed.
All right, good night. Thanks,
All right,
Felix.
bro.
Thanks for the
Let's
jam.
talk,
Have a
guys.
lovely night. Love you, buddy.
See ya.
See ya.
Catch you on the flip side.
Hasta luego.
Sayonara.
Vaya con Dios.
Baby. It's 22:33 right now.
Good
22.
night to whoever just went to bed.
King Jingle.
Yeah, but
Blue wave? No. Wait.
There's not going to be a blue wave.
So
No,
what's a
there
blue
isn't.
wave predicted
Well,
by
well,
Webot?
first of all, the red wave is when you don't use a tampon.
It's true. I've witnessed it.
Oh my god.
All right. Secondly, the blue wave is when there's not enough oxygen in the tamp. Okay. Anyways,
James
I'm glad,
Cruz.
I'm glad no one got that science joke.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Democrats took Congress but didn't get back the Senate.
You know what? It would be a real fucking surprise if anyone took anything at this point because it's retarded both sides.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's the best thing I've heard all day.
All right, well, here's the answer. It's the metaphor for the year. Red and blue are both two wings of the same bird of prey.
Yes, they
We
are.
all know that.
Yes, they are.
We're
100%.
like we're objectively.
But who's the
talking about
bird? Who's the bird?
Well, this
The
is what
bird's
we
the
were,
word.
Bird is the
Bird's
word.
the word.
this is what we were talking about last week with Conspiranormal, is how there's
Exchange
no
when we need 'em.
there's nothing for the middle. Like anybody who's like in between, we have no options out there, so we just choose to disengage.
Green,
Why
Choose
not?
not to participate. That's my choice.
Yep.
Why don't you have an option?
Green is the option, but green's weak, so we need to make it strong.
Why must we choose?
Because eventually you need to, or else you're going to get run over by
That's
those who
bullshit.
do.
I disagree.
Oh, okay. Watch yourself.
I'm not going to choose a political party, nor will I force
Yeah,
it.
but we're going to look at you when you get run over.
How could I possibly get run over?
Because if you don't choose, you can't afford to be neutral on a moving train, said Howard Zinn. He's completely correct.
I'm not on the train, dude.
Dude, the train's going to run you over then. I know that we all like to think our ego is so massive, but like seriously,
Well, whether or not,
yes, it does.
okay,
It
I
has
get
everything to do with that.
I could see both sides, because whether or not we play the game, it still affects us. So if we don't choose, we have no say in the game that's being played.
Right.
But
and it's a good idea to keep a close eye on it, which I do.
yeah,
But I don't think
but
anything's
so
gonna
it's like I don't participate in voting, but whatever happens and who gets elected still affects me, and I'm aware of this.
But let me ask you something. What's the requirement to vote? Like, what do you have to do to vote?
18 and a resident.
No. But what's the requirements? Like, what do you have to do in order to vote legit?
Got to have a driver's license, I think.
Driver's license, and then what? You have to register to vote, right?
Yeah.
The requirement to vote is
So
to be
let me ask you
registered
something.
in
Why
your
do you have to
town,
register to vote?
And then the second requirement is to be bigoted against logic or reason. That's the second.
that's political parties. Yeah, I don't know why you have to keep registering. That's ridiculous.
It's to keep your emotions evolved.
You know where to send me my water fucking bill. Right? Which gets paid every month. Why do I have to fucking register again with you?
But it's to keep you involved so that you're aware of it. It's to remind you.
It's to get a closer picture.
Well, it's to keep
more
you as a
age.
slave.
It's to get a better picture of you at your current age.
Oh, okay. So the AI iBots can recognize you through facial recognition
I really
much
think so.
easier on the
There's no
streets.
other reason. There's another reason. It's also discourages people to vote because they have to go register. Fuck that.
That's absolutely.
Tactic by, it's like they'll call it gerrymandering.
And we're also the only country that doesn't have election day off, making it more difficult for people to vote.
Right.
With voting hours, 7 to 7 or whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, that depends on like the company you work for, because like the company I work for, like they let you off the whole day.
Yeah. Some do.
What company is that?
It's not public.
A top cable company.
That's fair enough. I didn't mean to like put you on the spot, but like
Yeah.
that's
But-
unique.
No, huge companies do that kind of shit.
Again, huge companies are unique.
Okay. So, I forgot what I was talking about.
Wait, where are we at right now? What's going on?
Yeah, I love the way that Great Britain does their elections. They've got like a 6-week cycle.
Great Britain being the slaves, not like us in America, which we're facing if we don't gain our shit back.
Pretty sure we are already slaves, my friend.
Do not fall for
I'm pretty sure we are.
Look, I
Just
don't
because we
accept your
won the physical Revolutionary War does not mean that we won the war. Because
Listen, this revolution
you still
was
pay taxes, right? How many taxes do you pay? Let me ask you.
Compared to the people who don't even have the right to arms.
How many taxes do you pay?
Just look at it this way: we are free-range slaves.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
As long as we don't,
Not okay.
As long as we don't cross
the way
that
it is.
border, that imaginary line there, we're good.
This is why I say we need to regain our freedom then.
But freedom for what?
freedom from being a slave. I mean, it's pretty obvious. If you're not able to go out,
this has been the battle for how many?
Are you trying
thousands
to fight
of years?
Are you trying to fight for being a slave, or are you going to try?
No,
to
but I'm saying like this is the same like story throughout history. It's like slave.
But you know what? At a point, we had real freedom. So wouldn't you try to get that?
But at what point?
Oh, at 1775.
For a couple of months.
And so what did you? But your argument is against what's real.
Okay.
I would simply say you should try to be real.
But I'm saying like, okay, so the Revolutionary War, we physically won the war, which was almost impossible, which was a fucking miracle by itself. But who cares about the physical war when you can have your attorneys that come over from the crown and establish all this?
Yeah, that's why I'm a
wonderful legislation. This law
are for America.
The Bar Association.
Not for America, then you're against reality.
What the fuck?
Thank you, James Cruz. And what if America's just a big psyop that was just created created by some European oligarchs that were like,
I would think that you would have neglected the fact that that is the country that gave you the freedom that you're able to speak as such.
Yep. Yes, it is. It's like let's
what's a country?
Let's let these people just create their own laws, and this is just going to be a huge experiment. We'll let them go nuts over here. You know, they'll have no actual identity.
We're going to let them. It's that they kept shooting at us until we let them alone.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so if you actually understand the law, if you actually understand and go back to the history of the law and stuff, so if you understand like the organization of the was the OAS, the Organization of Assigned States or whatever, I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, so the Bar Association, where does it link to? Like, what does that Bar Association link to? So these attorneys that are certified by the American Bar Association, what does that link to?
What are you talking about?
These are the ones who make the laws, right? So these are the individuals who make the laws. They're attorneys, they make the laws, they pass the laws. So who are they affiliated with?
All you need to really think of is where we came from. If you don't, oh my God, I can't.
Well, we came from caves, so it doesn't. I guess
wow. This is absurd. I await the day that I can get into a conversation with people who get this. But the point is that where you came from is where you're going to go. If you know your history. Yeah, fuck that shit. If you know your nice soundbite. If you know Fred L. Wolf, if you know your fucking past, you know your future. And that's what they say, right? Rage Against the Machine. Those who control the what, control the what. The point is that if you're not willing to fight for your right to party, if you're not willing to fight for your right, they're going to own you. That's all it really is.
Well, I mean, if you really go back into history, then how did the Giants? Where did the Giants come into play here?
Oh man, that's the next level.
I'm just curious. Like, we know that Giants existed because we have scientific evidence that they existed, right? So,
well,
if you go back far back in time, far back enough, like, so where do we stand as far as like?
I just want to say
these races, the different races, Atlantis. What's the other civilization? Lemuria.
Oh, Lemuria we're talking about? I just want to say B-Strut has a good comment. He says he came from a vagina. Will I die in a vagina? He made a nice little comment there in the chats. And, that's basically Valhalla. Pretty sure.
Are any of you familiar with New England history?
I'm not. I'm a Midwest boy.
The Crown?
Yeah. So you're not familiar with like the people who actually shed their blood and died for your rights?
Nope.
You talking about the Crown?
I'm talking about the people who fought against the Crown, like my ancestors who died on the battlefield. But if you're going to disrespect that, that's fine. I'm not going to get dramatic and be like, fuck off, bitch. But I'll just be like, You got your rights from somewhere.
The colonies?
Fucking get it. You know what? It's definitely not from your attitude is where you got them.
The colonies? Is that what you're saying? The colonies? Yeah, so the colonies split from... Okay, so you have to understand, like, so when you look at the history of like gunpowder and all that stuff and arms and stuff and how that ties into like the Revolutionary War and all that great stuff. So that ties into breaking off from the crown, which is what you're saying, the colonials who rebelled against the crown and the king George, or taxation without representation, right? So you come back to the colonies and you fight a revolutionary war against the British redcoats. But what did you really win? Like, what was the accomplishment?
I guess it doesn't matter because you're about to lose it. But you know what? I'll just simply say, without dramatics, my family has shed blood for your whatever the fuck it is you think you're saying. And I can't explain this better than that. My ancestors come from the American Revolution. We have died. If you look up the Harrington House, I am a lineage of the Harrington House. And by the way, just because the modern people like the internet, the Harrington House 3 times in a row. Just, you fucking people don't understand. You're about to lose everything if you don't fight.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like, but is it possible that during this time something was co-opted to make you believe that this is freedom, but not really freedom? Because you have to understand the law. Like, if you don't understand laws in the U.S. code, you don't understand really what's going on.
You mean if you don't understand maritime law?
Well, that's just part of it, but you don't understand.
No,
see, like,
no, that's actually beyond most of it.
Well, I mean, you're getting into like
the intellectual shit. Yeah, but the point is, if you're not going to fight, if you're not going to fight, no one's going to respect you.
Well, I mean, I was in the Air Force for several years. I mean, I went to war 3 times. If that helps your case there. But my thing is,
I'm not. No,
I understand what you're coming from.
My case is not my case. I'm not important. What's important is our country. Now, which 3?
I agree.
Yeah,
but you have to understand which your
3 wars did you fight in?
You have to understand what your country is.
What 3 wars did you fight in?
Well, I went to the 3 wars. Okay, so no, I deployed 3 times. It was Operation Iraqi Freedom, and it was Operation...
What a beautiful title for a war.
Enduring Freedom, which was Afghanistan. So I understand those particular wars because those wars were bullshit. I completely understand that. But what I'm coming from is...
that's interesting. My cousin's like the top third in the military.
But you're not understanding, like...
No, I understand. Like,
when you get down to the details of
the hierarchy, because my cousin, my brother-in-law,
when you get down to the details of the law,
is the top third in the army,
jurisdictions and District of Columbia and all that stuff. You have to understand that stuff in order to understand like how things were formulated from the point of the Revolutionary War until what the country is now. Because you have 2 separate jurisdictions. You have a constitution, which you're not a constituent of, by the way. This is why when police officers pull you over and you say, I know my rights. That's the
maritime law. That's the maritime.
I know my rights, and they laugh at you and they still put you in cuffs and they giggle on the way, as they take you to jail. And that's what I'm talking about. You have to understand that stuff. Like there's
obviously I do. That's why I'm so vehement.
Right. But there's a distinction between that and everything, like what you think versus what actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at.
No, I think we've been speaking the same language for a while now. It's just the frustrating thing is most men in our country will act like cunts and not men. They will not add up to the equation that it takes to defeat a tyrannical opposer.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just
you really think
educating. I think it's getting people to understand what's actually going on because there's so much information out there right now.
Well, I respect that because I would like to see men act like men. It
confuses people. And then if you have on top of that, entertainment like sports and stuff like that, so it's really hard to get
Tom DeLonge and Corey Good and those cunts.
Yeah.
I mean, that could, sure. That could be part of it, yeah.
Look, man, I'm sick of fucking dealing with fakes. One of my anti-cancers is being around people who are real. And this is difficult for anyone who's in my position, but I'm not that important. I just want to see my world be better.
I think that's what we all want. Just a better world.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much
it's a universal goal.
But you have to understand, like, there's what you call a human rights, right? So when you get into the human rights, and you're
talking about like sovereign citizenship.
No, not sovereign citizens. You can't be a sovereign citizen. That's not possible. Only nations can be sovereign. But the point is they have a Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which is established by the UN. So that basically sets the foundation of what every human being on this planet has the right to. Now, regardless if whatever nation follows that, I mean, that depends on that nation. That goes back to like what classifies a nation, like what.
No, that's a good point because like if we had a universal, and I know this is like taboo to the Alex Jones occult people, but like if we had a universal religion, we could probably make it so that mankind can join.
Well, it's not necessarily a religion. It's a declaration of human rights. So it's understanding that every human being has a right to specific things in order to prosper and live accordingly without being
oppressed.
Without being oppressed by
I agree.
External forces.
If I could say, like, there's about to be a period coming up, and I am completely devoid of ego. I am going to be possessed with the forces, and I am learning transcendental meditation this weekend. I am about to write a new Bible for the Alex Gray, what do you call it? Sacred Chapel of Mirrors. And I know that a lot of people are freaked out about a one world religion, but it's time that we come together. So that's what's about to happen to my vehicle. The thing that is Nate, it's about to happen to me. And I'm just going to put it out there because it's what we need.
Man, one world religion, huh?
Well, I don't think we really need any religion. I mean, it doesn't take religion for another human being to understand that.
Well, what's a religion really? It's just a good set of
treat another human being with dignity and respect.
Yes.
The thing is
a religion is not necessarily the greatest word, but it's a plan on how to teach you how to be in the moment, how to flow, and ultimately the end. And I'll finish with this because please thank you for so much for listening. The end product of the entire album is to be able to be in disposition, which is watch the weather change.
Radio silence.
I don't know. The way that it's stuck in my head is just wait 5 minutes. The weather will change.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
I mean, I think every
So are you saying
somebody lives in?
Are you saying there's a storm coming?
Yeah.
And we should.
What I'm saying is that I was given LSD, And then suddenly I met Alex Gray. And then suddenly he was like, hey, you're Imagine Nathan.
Imagine Nathan.
Well, that's what he said.
That's awesome.
Well, here's my take on this. As long as your world religion doesn't impede on the rights of other human beings in this world,
Naturally.
I have no problem with it.
Okay, then.
Not a problem. Go for it, my friend.
I like it. You can try it out. Give it a shot.
As long as there is love and good vibes all around.
It's the key to anything.
I think we can get along.
And a lot of weed. That's all we care about, right?
You guys want to end it on a segment, like a cryptozoology segment or something?
Ooh. Some
cryptozoology?
Crypto?
Sure.
Got any cryptid news?
Let's do it.
I do have some.
Hey, this Thursday we're interviewing MJ Dixon.
Yes.
You remember that, James? It's an early one. She's in the UK.
Yes, I do. That's going to be great.
Yeah, dude, you're going to talk to her about some ghosts?
Crypticon?
Yeah, we met her at Crypticon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty fun. But, fuck the cryptozoology segment. I got nothing to talk cryptids about.
No, I just came across this book. It's funny. It's called True or Poo.
True or Poo?
Yeah. It's basically debunking some of the myths surrounding animals. Like if you cut an earthworm in half, you get 2 earthworms. You don't. You just get a sliced up earthworm.
Oh, they don't grow another head?
Yeah. They basically, this book, they just set out like all these weird ideas on these crazy ass stories. Let's see, a couple of them, like a flatworms, like kind of like tapeworm flatworms. Mm-hmm. Flatworms can make both egg and sperm. They fight each other with their extendable pointy penises, and the loser of the fight gets squirted full of sperm.
I could tell by the look on your face that you got sperm worm sperm. So it's like Van Morrison's song Ringworm.
The ringworm, yeah. You got a ringworm.
Jesus.
I really like
that
what
song. Else? Let's see. They talked about beaver butts. Guy keeps hearing that vanilla scented secretions from beaver butts are flavoring my food, but your book tells me that's mostly not true. So yes, there are a certain amount of fear mongering because the substance is produced closely to the beaver's butt. I describe it as an anus adjacent, and it's in your food. Oh, even if it is perfectly safe, just because it's near your butt doesn't mean that it's poop. Well, I don't know.
What?
That's just insane.
I'm so confused.
I know, but it's
So beaver butts?
Yeah, you think about
tastes like vanilla?
You think about producing something where you actually have to milk it from an animal to get excretions versus producing it artificially. It's way easier not to go around taking beavers and milking their butts. This is insane. Yeah. Wow. Why do we debunk animal myths? What's the harm in believing that there are beaver butt glands and secretions in my vanilla ice cream? That was horrible. No. Let's see. Is the favorite thing that he learned? The parrotfish pooping sand. The premise being that the bumphead parrotfish eat coral and digest it and poop out white sand. Therefore, that's where white sand beaches come from.
Oh, I have heard that.
Yeah, and it's true. Not all white sand beaches. It's particularly the Maldives. And it must be so uncomfortable being a bumphead parrotfish. I'm glad I don't have to poo sand.
Man.
Yeah. What else here?
It's a great listicle, James.
It's
a great way to close out the show.
Yeah.
I like it. We'll just wind it all down with just a nice little listicle.
True or poo?
True or poo?
Yeah.
True or poo?
Well, tonight was fun, guys. Got a little intense. Got a little good.
A little intense, but hey, it's all good. Cruising with steak.
We're all friends. We're all hugging. Although I don't know where Occult Fan is. He's not at his place right now.
I think he blew up.
It's possible. But yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Up real good.
Anybody wanna? Oh, there he is. He's back. So let's all. Yeah, you got things to plug? You got things to talk about? You guys got anything fun happening coming up? You want to talk about? Jerry? I know you got something.
Not really.
No?
All right.
No show tomorrow?
Oh yeah, there's a show tomorrow. Sorry. Other than the show, yeah, there's nothing going on. We have Ashen Chasan, Frater Ashen Chasan.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be really
He's
nice.
Like this hypnotist savant. Since he was a kid, he could hypnotize people.
Very
want to
weird.
talk to him about that. But he's also a magician, practicing magician, and he's got a class next June on ceremonial magic. It's like a 3-day magical retreat.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Learn and participate in like some kind of rituals, bunch of rituals.
Right.
Nice.
I am considering going.
You should.
You need to have one of those people on the show that remember every single day of their life. You know those type of people?
Eidetic memory.
Yeah.
If you find me,
cool to
find
have
me
them
one.
on.
Book him, Leo.
Yeah, really.
Find him.
But why? What are you going to ask them?
All right.
All they remember is their own. Oh, you.
Well, they will remember their dreams, right?
Confirm your stupid Mandela effects.
Oh, that could be it.
Darth
That's a
Vader
good call.
say.
That's a good point.
That is.
That is a good point.
I got
Leo?
2 other facts before we go.
Just ask Andy Bishago.
You got 2 more facts, James?
I got two more facts. Vulture poo is the vulture poo is a disinfectant, and that they poo on their legs to kill bacteria. But actually, they read into it, and it spoke to some vets and vulture experts, and they were like, "Oh my god, no! Vulture poo is really just full of horrible bacteria. Do not.
It's got to
this."
be, man. They eat dead things.
And also, they mentioned about Jurassic Park, where the T-Rex can't see you if you stand still.
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah. So I guess he says, I guess I really never thought about it too much, but I was like, why would they lie to me about this? But it's not true. They can definitely
because dinosaurs never existed.
If they couldn't see you, they could smell you.
How would they even know that anyway? That's ridiculous.
I know. It is kind of crazy. Yeah.
But yeah.
But it made a cool scene in the movie.
Should I add my ending credits to this?
Yes, absolutely. You should. I was just gonna say, let's hear your ending credits.
I play us out. God damn it! I knew you were gonna say that, Steven. First of all, because there's weird connections between us. But I know where you were on my Leo moon. I know what you did last summer. But the point. Hey! Get out of my yard! No, the point is. The point is this. There's a lot of shit about to be coming up for a lot of us. And I think that we should all do our best to support one another, especially in the increasing bullshit storm that's about to take place. I wish I had a more positive message, but we're about to enter a really intense war. And only those of us who are true are going to stay fit through the whole thing. There is going to be a lot of shit that's about to fall down. And I know it sounds like that whole Sandy Hook thing where he's like, well, I hope this doesn't come down on our heads. Well, it did, bitch. And secondly, you know what? There's a lot of us who are going to need to stick together, and the war is about to occur. So I really hope that you all get on the right side.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a, that might be a positive note. You could spin it positively, that there's change coming. We just gotta stick together.
You gotta be a man is the point. It's not about being
man.
laughy. It's about being a man. And there's about to be some shit that you're gonna have to do. And if you don't want to do it, then hail. The reality will recycle you.
It's all happening.
What
you know what? I really hope you don't take it like a joker. I hope you take it like a man.
I could take it like 50 different ways, but it sounds nutty. So why don't you be more specific?
I said don't take it.
I was a man when I was 12 years old.
And I have a hard time with taking anything in this.
By your uncle. But the point is
psychological war.
No, Jerry, I'm not trying to be like heavy. I'm just trying to give you the message that I'm being told to give you. It's not easy. Trust me, dude. Like, I don't want to fucking see this.
Okay, thank you, guides, for us.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Seriously, thank you.
Leo, you got any credits? You got anything you want to plug?
Cricks.
You got any of them cricks?
How's the Black Eyed Kids film?
Yeah, so we shot the film a couple weeks ago, and hopefully we can get it edited and put together in a couple weeks. We're trying to shoot for Halloween, but we might not make it. So it might be like in January sometime.
Man, hot deadlines.
Maybe like end of November or December, beginning of December.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can follow us on housebythevideostore.com. We'll keep everyone updated on that film. I'm just waiting for my guys to get with me so that we can sort of have like a timeline for the editing process. We got to make sure that the music and all that stuff sounds good.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear it, man.
Definitely.
Watch, hear all of the above.
Well, yeah.
Great.
Thanks for listening on Grimerica FM, people. Catch you guys next week. Same time.
Yeah.
Same place.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Cruising with Steak.
Check out the show we have coming up here with MJ.
Yeah, that'll probably be out on Friday.
Thursday.
Yeah, we have it on Thursday.
Could I add like a last weird synchronicity, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
So my dad, the man who inserted the penis and shot the semen into my mother, thank you, Satan. The point is that my dad is born exactly a week to the day of John C. Dvorak. And John C. Dvorak's son is born on the same birthday as I am. So it's a really weird coincidence. Or
Lincoln and Kennedy.
Yeah, exactly, Jerry. But way to blow your load. So the point is that there's this weird synchronicity between the two of us. My dad's joining Freemasonry in the next month. And so it continues a lineage that has gone back generations. But the weirdest thing is that John C. Dvorak's son is born. John's a week away from my dad, and his son's born the same day I am. And I just wonder how real this matrix can be. And if it is, then shouldn't we all die for the cause that we believe in? Not just like some Islamic bomber, which is fake, but like someone who actually fights and tries to fucking live for his wife or his children. And I wonder how many of us out there are actually brave enough to die for a real cause, not with being a fuck about it, but dying for real if you needed to. I'm not saying I want any of you to die. I just think how many of us are real enough to be man enough. That's all I ask.
How about this? How about we love ourselves, love our neighbor, love our family, lay down our weapons, and let's get rid of all this bullshit.
You know what? No.
Amen.
Fuck that new age bullshit.
Shit.
No, that's not going to work.
Love and light. It's cruising with steak. It's working.
Love and light.
Love and light.
Love and light, but people will take you over if they want to. So
let them if they want. We all die. We can't stop it. Amen. Good vibes. Love you people out there. End of the show.
Yeah, love you guys.
Okay, well, God bless you all.
And we're out.
I'm walking gingerly through the rat race. Take a look at the big old smile on my face. Kicking around down by the pool of narcissists. The people are many, they preen themselves, oh how they navel gaze. Somewhere over that hill, the gloomy skies cease to exist. I'm climbing that hill, I pass by and pity the poor Sisyphus. I go into hyperdrive, turn into a beam of light. I'm strolling down a static electric avenue. The people are predictable, they say good morning, how do you do? When out of nowhere, a randomly pure angel in the crosswalk bumps into me. And in doing so, knocks all the evil and all the wind out of me. And it's black as tar, ugly as ever, and of no apology. This angelic mama sings heavenly of the truest theology. Together we're a seraphim dream, forever young with no chronology. 1,000 years from now we'll be written into ancient mythology. We go into hyperdrive, turn into a beam of light. Can you tell me about the view up there? It's sparkling remarkably, the air is crystal clear. Well, please won't you tell me what it takes to transcend this place? A little bit of heart and a whole lot of soul. Take a look at the big old smile on my face. As my angel says, dance with me and your life will never, ever, ever be dull. I go into hyperdrive, turn into a beam of light. 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 Turn into a beam of light.
What?